Konnichiwa, Dr. Braces here. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to talk about diagnosing characters from some of our favorite shows. So to start, one episode that was quoted a lot in my house, The Simpson was one of our favorite shows growing up. And there is an episode where Mr. Burns convinces the power plant workers to get rid of their dental plan for a keg of beer. They agree to it, and Lisa now needs braces, and Homer's trying to figure out how he's going to pay for it. And so the part that we quote in my house is where he hears the guy say dental plan, Homer does, and then he hears Marge's voice saying Lisa needs braces, and it just recurs in his head over and over. Dental plan, Lisa needs braces. Dental plan, Lisa needs braces, but he still picks the keg. So Lisa's condition is probably somewhat similar to Darla's condition in Finding Nemo. If you look at Lisa's profile from the side, her lower jaw is set way back, right? And so that would be a condition where her mandible or her lower jaw is underdeveloped. And so when kids are young and still growing, there's certain features you can use, certain appliances that you can use to help bring that lower jaw forward. The one that I actually use the most in those kind of situations is called Invisalign mandibular advancement. And what that does is it puts wings on the Invisalign, and it puts that child into a position where their lower jaw is positioned more forward at all times. And what happens is the jaw actually develops and adapts to that position. And so then they kind of grow anteriorly, and that helps correct that underdeveloped jaw. If you don't treat it young in a child, as an adult, it's a little bit more challenging to treat. The most severe cases, you do something like an orthodontic surgery where they're actually cutting the lower jaw, bringing it forward, and then plating it together so that's holding in that position. That's kind of an extreme way to treat severe cases. And that's one reason why you want to have your child see an orthodontist early, because again, those type of surgeries can be avoided with early intervention orthodontics, phase 1 orthodontics. The best time to start like a mandibular advancement with Invisalign or other appliances that do the same thing is around age 7 or 8, so that you're taking full advantage of that growth potential. The picture I have here has Lisa in a headgear. If it's an underdeveloped lower jaw, headgear is not really the right solution. Yes, it's going to line the molars up where they should be, but it's not going to treat the problem, which is the lower jaw, not the upper jaw. Because remember, headgear is attaching to the upper teeth, and that means you're driving the upper teeth back to correct the problem. And if it's an underdeveloped mandible, like you see in Lisa Simpson, that's not the approach you want to use. You want to do something that's going to bring the lower jaw forward. So I feel like Lisa was treated incorrectly.
I just don't think it's right.
Let's go with Dustin from Stranger Things. I'm so excited for the final season to release here. This is one of my favorite shows. I think it's one of the best shows that they've put out in a long time. So super excited for season 5. Dustin has a condition called cleidocranial dysplasia. That's a very fancy word. Basically, that stems from having a mutation in the RUNX2 gene. And how it affects the teeth is in multiple ways. Number one, he kind of explains it in the show a little bit. It's a rare genetic disorder, cleidocranial dysplasia. When patients have that condition, they tend to retain their baby teeth for a lot longer than is normal. Another condition is they have extra teeth or supernumerary teeth. And sometimes it's those extra teeth that are actually preventing the permanent teeth from coming up. And that's why the baby teeth don't fall out. A lot of the times they're going to have delayed eruption of the permanent teeth, or the permanent teeth won't even come all the way into the mouth without some orthodontic assistance or help. So again, that's a very rare disorder, but it is something that is mentioned in one of my favorite shows, so we wanted to touch on that. So how we would treat that, we put braces on patients with cleidocranial dysplasia. We will usually send them to oral surgeons to take out the extra teeth, expose and bond chains to the permanent teeth, and then we use the braces to align those permanent teeth and bring them up into the mouth to put them into place. Last but not least is Betty from Ugly Betty. Basically how we decided what characters we were going to talk about. Courtney took some pictures, she printed it up, she gave them to me. I looked at their teeth, regardless of what they were doing in their respective show, to see what I felt like was wrong with the teeth. I looked at Ugly Betty's teeth, and I said, there's not much here that I would change. These actually look pretty good. Her teeth look pretty straight. Her bite looks good. She was probably at a point where she was ready to get her braces off. According to Google, she did not have actual braces on. Those were a prop that snapped onto her teeth. So I'm glad to see that my diagnosis was accurate. She didn't actually need braces, but they put the braces on to further make the character ugly in their opinion, to make her ugly Betty. That I feel like is also a misrepresentation, because I have patients that love their braces, and probably 50% of my patients, when I go and tell them that it's time to take their braces off, they are begging and they are pleading with me to leave their braces on. And I tell them, no, I'm not gonna leave your braces on because we're done. I appreciate that you like your braces. And for some patient, it just becomes a part of them. It becomes a part of their identity. They can, their friends still have their braces. It's something they'll coordinate colors together. And so they have a lot of fun with it. So no, I don't think that just because you have braces, you're ugly. I actually think that in today's society, in many instances and places, braces are actually cool. And in fact, I took a kid's braces off the other day. I made clear retainers for every patient, and he asked me, can I buy braces on Amazon and super glue them to my retainer? And you know what my answer to him was? As long as you wear them. So he missed his braces so much after that amount of time. He wanted to figure out a way to put braces back on his teeth.
Let's go with braces.
Another one I just thought of, is it Mabel from, they're in Oregon. What's that show? It's with Dipper and Mabel or Mabel? Yeah, Gravity Falls. Is it Mabel or Mabel?
I think it's Mabel.
Mabel. Mabel has braces. Mabel has braces. And she's one of those ones, she has her braces and it does not bother her at all. She owns them. She loves them. And that's the right mentality or attitude to have with braces is, I've got these braces. Let's have fun with it. Right? Let's have fun with it. Let's make it a good experience. If the whole time you're saying to yourself, I hate these things, I wish we could take them off, it's going to be a long stretch for you. But if you embrace them, think about all the fun things you can do with braces, think about how much fun you can have it in terms of color design, matching with friends, designing your braces for holidays, things like that. It could be a good time. And so I think Mabel is one of my favorite characters with braces because she probably owns them. She probably loves that she has them. It takes something that some people might view as a challenge and turns it into something very positive. And that's what a lot of my patients do. And I've found that the patients that have a good positive spin on their braces, that they're the ones that fall in love with their braces, that like them. And they're actually the ones that take care of their teeth the best too. And I hope this was an entertaining video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to know what it's like to have braces, click the link below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was a fun one for you. Leave any other characters you want me to talk about in the comments. And if we get enough, we'll do another video just like this one. Remember, smiles change lives. So keep smiling.